What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have your normal team here today. I'm not going to say Tuesday team because we've had to take a couple days off, but our normal Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics team is back in the saddle and are back live in our full, back to our full schedule. JD, how are you today, brother?
Doing good, man. Glad to be back. Definitely missed doing the shows. We have a good slate today. So, yeah, man, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there. A lot of people do know. Unfortunately, it's been a very long battle, but my aunt passed away on Friday night, so I spent the week with the family and did all the funeral arrangements and everything like that. But definitely excited to be back on here. I know my aunt is up there watching the show, watching us and supporting us today, and excited to get back into a little normal life, JD. So I'm super pumped to be back on here with you, chopping it up and talking about sports. Let me tell you, brother, this is exactly the recipe for what I needed, was to get back into the sports and get on here with you and talk about the games. Let's go over the comments quickly. Our guy Joseph is here talking about the JD signature Quinn Priester stat. I'm sure we may be going over that later. And Bill Norman is here as well. Mr. Norman, we appreciate you as always tuning in. JD, I got to remember what we do on the show. I got to remember the process of everything that we do on this show. So let's go right into our Monday recap. JD, I'll go here first. I did have a decent day. We did profit. The only free play I had was the fucking Yankees. Man, I don't want to talk about that. So that's how I did. Profitable day, but our free play was the Yankees, and we all know how that game ended last night. JD, how'd you do yesterday?
Yesterday was good, man. Had a 8-unit day, so it's great. It was a great day to start the week.
Hell yeah.
Also hit a tennis max play. Those are always fun to hit. And on a nice little 13-3 5-unit play run here.
All right.
And I know you were on the Yankees, but I happened to be on the Rangers last night. So that game,
go fuck yourself.
That game did make me a happy man. But I'm sure we will get into that further a little bit later on.
Yeah, I got a lot to say about that.
But yeah, man, things are doing really good, man. It's still running very well. It's been about a month now, man. Things are just going really well.
We'd like to hear that. We like when things are going well for JD. So let's keep the winners rolling. Let's get into a little action. And as always, guys, if there's any games we are not covering, drop them in the comments. We will cover every single game you guys want us to cover. Speaking of, JD, where's J-Bo? J-Bo.
Sure he'll be
my first day back, brother. Thought you'd be greeting me with open arms. A little hug from you. Where the hell are you? So I'm sure we'll see J-Bo very shortly. JD, it's about time on the show we dive into the daily slate. You ready to get into a little baseball action?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it, brother. First game we're going to be breaking down today. Let's give it 2 seconds here. Okay, JD, we got you back in the house. We lost you for a second, but we got you back in the house. Let's break down the first game of the day, which is going to be the Oakland, Sacramento, wherever the hell you consider this team to be based. We have the Athletics going to Washington and taking on the Nationals. Pitching for the Athletics tonight is Luis Severino. Severino is 5-11 on the year with a 4.83 ERA and a 1.35 whip. On the other side, we got JD's guy. And you guys know I say that a lot when I'm kidding and JD doesn't actually like someone. But in this case, we are both a big fan of this pitcher. Pitching for the Nats tonight is Mackenzie Gore. Mackenzie Gore is 4-11 on the year with a 3.8 ERA and a 1.29 whip. JD, the Nationals are a slight favorite here. What do you like in this game?
Yeah, man. Gore, that is a guy who I've liked for like a long time now, and I feel like I have a good read on Mr. Gore here. He has not been pitching well, though. Recently, he has been getting hit up, and he has also been having trouble with the walks. Which is definitely a problem.
Yeah.
The main problem tonight for him is the A's. They've been playing some pretty good ball, especially their offense. Their offense has been hitting. And what have they been hitting very well? Is left-handers. And that's what Mr. Mackenzie Gore is. Tonight, I think that the A's can get to Gore. And then the Nationals, like we keep talking about, they have the worst bullpen in the league. So tonight, I think there is a lot of value on the A's side. I did play the A's money line at plus 116. I also played the A's team total over 3.5. I laid minus 135 there. I think that is completely fine. So yeah, for me here, I am all over the A's. As far as pitching for the A's is Severino, and this year he's really been up and down. But as far as on the road, he has pitched better on the road. But his like
a lot better on the road.
And his past few starts, though, even at home, have been pretty good. He has been not allowing many runs, really like 1 or 2 runs, actually, like his past few starts here.
Yep.
So this number, I understand it because you do have Gore, and the books still like Gore and I feel like they kind of have to price him a certain way.
Yeah.
But to me, he's not pitching like that. And then, like I said, he is literally backed up by a bullpen that I want to fade every day. So for me, this is A's in really every way.
Yeah. I mean, JD, here's a fun stat for you. Mackenzie Gore, since the All-Star break, here are the games that he's pitched in. They have lost all 3, by the way. Every game he's pitched in since the break, they have lost 8-1, 1-0, and 9-1. He has not had particularly good performances since the All-Star break. And like I said, they have lost 3 of the last games he has started. The last time they won a game that Mackenzie Gore started was back on July 9th against the Cardinals. So about a month since his team's won a game since he's been starting. He's also 2-5 on the year with an almost 4 ERA. He has pitched a little bit better at home towards his ERA, and his record is okay, but he's still 4-11 on the year. The team does not win a lot of games that he starts, and the value's definitely on the A's here. So like we went over, Luis Severino, much better on the road. He's 5-11 on the year, guys, overall. But on the road, he's 4-2. He has a very good ERA on the road as well. He's got a 3.03 ERA on the road. On the course of the entire season, he has a 4.83 ERA. So, as you can see there, significantly better at home. The Nationals have not been winning a ton of ball games. I keep calling them Oakland. They are not Oakland anymore. The Athletics, to me, should win this game. JD, you put it perfectly. I think the bullpens will be a big factor in this one as the game gets in. And the Nationals are not a bullpen I'd like to have any kind of action on. So for me, I'm definitely going to be taking the Athletics and the plus 120. I definitely think it is the sharp side here as well. JD, our guy Jabo is in the chat. Jabo, we appreciate you as always, brother. We gave you a little shout out to start the show. You must be a little late today. That's okay. No problem. But put in any games, Jabo. You always like to give us a good couple games. We're happy to break down every game you guys want us to break down today. JD, ready to break down the second game we're going to be breaking down today?
Not as much, but yeah.
Let's dive right into it. Next game we're going to be breaking down is going to be JD's Atlanta Braves hosting Freddie Peralta and the Milwaukee Brewers. As I just said, Freddie Peralta is the pitcher for the Brewers tonight. He is 12-5 on the year with a 3.08 ERA and a 1.13 whip. On the other side, we have Joey Wentz, Carson Wentz's little brother. He is 2-2 on the year with a 5.02 ERA. JD, we can only start the Braves with you. You are our local Braves expert. What do you like in this spot?
Well, first, I just want to ask you, do you think that this line is weird?
Yes. I mean, do I think or know that the line is weird? Because it's definitely a weird line.
Okay. Well, I just want to start there. And, I really think to start off with, to just address that, I think the line is weird because as far as Freddie Peralta last game out got smacked up, that was versus the Cubs, though. That is a team that sees him a bunch. So I don't the fact that he got hit up by them, I don't weigh that, like quite as much. So I really do think today is a bounce back start for him. Because this Braves lineup, man, it's just not doing anything now. As far as the pitching, we've talked all about that. I mean, as far as the Braves, as far as who was supposed to be their starting 5, as far as pitchers, they're all not there. Everybody's hurt. But now the lineup is also not is not where it should be.
Yeah.
We have Acuna out, we have Riley out, we have Ozuna out. That lineup is just not the same currently. It's just not. And then, man, the Brewers are just rolling. I mean, do they have the best record in baseball?
68-44. Let's double check here, but I believe they do.
About to say, I believe that's the best record in baseball. But they've just been.
It is. And by a couple games. There's nobody even at 67.
So, I mean, yeah, they've just been playing really good. And
God, JD, I have to stop you there. Who would have thought on Tuesday, August 5th, that the fucking Milwaukee Brewers, who right before the season sold their closer, looking like they were a team preparing for the future, has the best record in baseball? Just have to take a second and appreciate that. That is wild.
Yeah, that definitely was not
me. Patty. We appreciate you, Patty.
What's going on, man? Man, look, I just think Freddie can hold – but actually he can hold this team down. Like, I just do. This lineup is just not doing anything for me now. I just don't like they weren't. I mean, like, even with all these guys and with all these big bats in the lineup, they really weren't doing much. And now with them out, I just like this lineup, of course, even less. Then on the mound, Braves are throwing out Joey Wentz. Guys, his last few games, he technically, he looks pretty good. He's pitched against the Royals, the Rangers, and then the Yankees. And he's only given up 3 earned runs in actually all those 3 games. But I will tell you, Joey Wentz is not that good.
No, he's dog shit. As we say on this show, he is dog shit.
Yes. So I think that's where we're getting the line because it looks like Joey Wentz has been pitching well, and then it looks like Freddie has been getting hit on the other side. So that's where I'm assuming why this line is priced this way. But I'll go ahead and tell you, the Brewers should not be a playable price here. This should be at bare minimum around the minus 175.
I mean, and it's going the other way, JD. I don't know if you've seen the line since we started the show. It's in the 130s. It's in the minus 130s.
And you know what? It did the same thing yesterday. And I was on the Brewers yesterday because it was a Quinn Priester day. So
everyone knows JD is a Quinn Priester aficionado.
But it was doing the same thing. There was money coming in on the Braves. The line was going down. Didn't make any sense. Like that offense did nothing. It was a home run by far.
JD, I'm going to stop you quickly if you can hear me. We have you as a little bit of a choppy for a moment. So let's see if we can get you back on the right side. I will jump in here quickly. I know yesterday was a Quinn Priester day. I wish we were live because I know that would have been fantastic content for the show. But JD, looks like we got you back in the saddle. Everything's flowing right now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Please continue.
Okay. Yeah, man. I was just saying how the Brewers, like I said, they just should not be an actual like playable price here. They should be at least in like the minus 175 range here. So yeah, I am on them. Like I said, I do think the line seems a little weird, but like I said, I think I know why. So yeah, man, that is who I'm going to roll with.
JD, we have a little breaking news in the NFL. We have a little bit of a contract extension for one of the top running backs in the NFL. Kyren Williams just received a 3-year, $33 million extension, guys. $23 million of it guaranteed. If you know anything about the running back market, which I know everyone who's in this show right now, watching this show, if you're here for a daily sports gambling show, you know the value of running backs in the NFL. So he is now the 7th highest paid running back in football. I think he should be a little bit higher. There are guys on this list that should not be higher than him, in my opinion. Cough, Alvin Kamara. But he is the 7th highest paid running back in the NFL now, getting an average of $11 million per year. Good deal for Kyren, in my opinion. You always like to see the running backs get paid, and he is quite the player. So I did want to bring that in here quickly and share that news. All right, JD. All that being said that you said, I agree with you, dude. I think it has to be a Brewers play. I'm taking it at the minus 138 right now. I'm going to be sending that out right after the show. We have Peralta on the bump, and he's been lights out. Peralta's been one of the best pitchers in baseball this year. There's no other way to put it. He's 12-5 on the year. He does have an unbelievable ERA that's currently sitting in a 3.08. The one thing that makes me a little bit nervous, guys, is his road splits. Are his road splits? Is his road splits? Who gives a shit how I grammar put this? But he's 5-4 on the road, guys, with a 4.19 ERA. So his numbers are worse on the road, and I do think that's one of the reasons we're getting some good value here on the Brewers. JD kind of put everything perfectly. I do think we see the Brewers have a big performance. I do think we see the Brewers come out, play some good baseball, and get a big win here today. JD, I hate to say this to you, brother. I do. But your Braves are a disaster. They just are.
Oh, yeah.
And my Yankees ain't much better. So I can say that, to you as well. But the Braves are a disaster, and they're a team I'm going to continue to fade because the books seem to think that people like the Braves. People like to bet the Braves because they think they have a great roster, and it's the same team we've seen over the last couple years. They're just not. What are your thoughts about that?
I mean, I guess we haven't been on since, the middle of last week. So we really haven't had a chance to talk about this, but the Braves didn't sell.
The weirdest trade deadline I've ever seen. They ended up buying crappy players.
I was about to say, all they did was buy some bullshit arms. Like
some real bullshit arms. It was crazy.
Which, I mean, like, I understand it. Like, you're just trying to get through the rest of the season here. Like, you are like, far as their pitching staff is just injured. Like, it's just nuts how all that worked out. But why you didn't sell? I mean, as far as like Murphy, I mean, like Sean Murphy, like you could have really gotten something for him.
Yep.
And you seemed like you didn't even entertain that, and that kind of blows my mind. So yeah, I'm not sure what the front office is really thinking, but it's definitely interesting.
I will say, JD, quickly, I did just get a message from the one and only Footy Chancellor asking, can you guys break down on the show why Ed Sheeran is the pitcher for the Dodgers today? And sent me a picture, Sheeran. So glad that Footy is dialed in today. Footy, that's spelled wrong. It's Sheehan. Sheehan, not Sheeran. Not Ed Sheeran. So I did have to put that in there. That is pretty funny there. JD, anything you want to add on this game before we talk about the disaster of the New York Yankees?
No, I think it's time to move on, man.
Oh, good. I'm so excited for this next game. Let's dive right in. Next game we're breaking down today is the worst team in baseball, the New York shitbags, the New York pieces of shit, the New York Yankees. Sorry, must have been an autocorrect in my voice or something, but the New York Yankees are going up against the Texas Rangers in Texas tonight. Pitching for the Yankees is Will Warren. Will Warren is 6-5 on the year with a 4.64 ERA. Pitching for the Texas Rangers is Nathan Eovaldi, who is 9-3 with a 1.49 ERA. He has a sub 1.5 ERA and feels like nobody's talking about Eovaldi this year. He's been absolutely lights out and has been pitching a great year. I guess that's kind of the issue when you go and play for the Texas Rangers is that no one really, unfortunately, gives a shit about the Texas Rangers. So they're not ever the big marquee team on TV. The casual fan doesn't really see what Nathan Eovaldi's been doing this year, but he's been lights out. Big story in this game. New York Yankees get Aaron Judge back as the DH tonight. Is that a benefit? Probably not, because the hottest hitter on the team has been Stanton, and now there's nowhere for Stanton to play. So, JD, before I get into my entire Yankees rant, which I have a lot to say, what do you like in this game? And there's only one right answer when you say, what do you like in this game? So I'd love to hear if you have that correct, because usually you do.
Okay. First off, right after the All-Star break, there was a couple teams that we talked about on the show, a couple of kind of fade teams, and then there was a couple of bet on teams. And I said this Rangers team was a bet on team. Yes, their actual offense before the All-Star break, it finally picked up. They finally got going, and that's what this team. That's the only thing that actually they were missing out on. As far as their starters, they have a couple very top tier guys, and then the rest of the guys, they're all fine. Like they're not great, but they're fine. And then the bullpen is actually pretty good. So they were just missing runs. And now they're seeming to. So for me, yes, the Rangers are a bet on team. Yankees are currently, kind of not a bet on team.
They're so not a fucking bet on team. JD, you couldn't word that any worse. The right way to put it is they're a fucking fade right now, an absolute fade.
And tonight on the mound, they have Will Warren. And if there's one place I want to fade Will Warren that's on the road.
Yes,
because this guy has some serious home road splits. That's just the one place where I'm just never going to back him.
You mean the guy who's 1-2 on the year with a 7.25 ERA in the road?
Yep, him. Yep. And then, like you said, for the Rangers, we got Eval. He has a 1.49 ERA and a 0.89 WHIP. Guy's just pitching lights out. He just continues. It doesn't seem to matter who he goes up against. He just pitches lights out. So I think as far as the starter, the Rangers definitely have an edge there. As far as the bullpen tonight, I do think the Rangers do have an edge there. As far as the lineup, I'm not going to say that actually they have the edge there. But I think that they have enough they have enough to to actually get the job done tonight. I do think that this price minus 125 is kind of cheap.
There's no way in hell you could back the fucking Yankees right now. There just isn't. They've shown you so much incompetence as a baseball team. From the manager till their plate discipline. Discipline. Jesus, I'm fucking up too. Their plate discipline. Their base running. Their defense. Their bullpen. Their starters. What are they doing well right now? Serious question. What are the Yankees doing well right now, JD? Is there anything you could point to and say, wow, they're doing this really, really well?
No.
There's nothing. There's nothing. The manager's been letting them down as well. How on the first day after you acquire 3 pitchers, the very next day you put them in high leverage situations and back-to-back innings. And then the manager comes on and does a post-game interview and says, it's all good. We're a really good baseball team.
I was actually going to bring that up and just what you thought about him.
What do I think about Aaron Boone?
Yeah.
Do you really want me to say it?
I mean,
he's a puppet. He's a puppet for the New York Yankees. Let's be completely honest here. He doesn't make one decision. The Yankees are the most analytical team in baseball. They're the most analytical team in baseball. He gets a call from Frank in the analytics department, who's never seen a baseball, who says, you know what? It's time to go with the lefty in this spot. Or you know what? Devin Williams has to close tonight. Nothing is based on feel. Nothing is based on feel. It's all based on analytics, and it's everything that he's being told to do. He's been a puppet. None of it's his decision. That's why they don't fire him, because he doesn't make the decisions. It's coming from up top, and he just does what they say. Call me old school. I like a manager where we all saw the play with Jazz Chisholm, right? Where he took a few steps off the base on an infield fly ball and got gunned out at first. And Aaron Boone went on and said he was trying to be aggressive and make a play. What fucking play do you make when a ball is hit to the second baseman and you're on first and you have to get doubled off going back? There's no aggressive play there. Yell in their face. Pull somebody out of the game. Show them that if you play like an asshole and you're not playing fundamentally sound, you're getting taken out of the game. Period. End of story. Stop babying these guys. Stop. So that's the issue with the Yankees. They have no leadership from the top down. Aaron Judge is the only guy on that team who's a leader, let's be honest, and he hasn't exactly done a great job. So for me, I'm a little frustrated how the Yankees have been playing. I'm a lot frustrated with the management, and right now they're an absolute no-play team. Benjamin, thank you for the kind words. I'm happy we're back.
What's up, man?
I've had this built in for a few days. But, JD, I love what the Yankees did at the deadline. I love the players they put into the fold, but I just don't think they have the manager or the management, not even just Boone. It's everyone in the organization. So, for me, this is a Rangers play, and the Yankees are a fade until I can see them win 3 games in a row. You say it all the time, JD. You have to see them win a few games in a row to get them on the right track. Also, the reverse what you say on the show all the time. If they are on a hot streak, you're going to keep playing them till they lose a couple games in a row and they get off that streak. So for me, you have to fade the Yankees till they can prove me otherwise. You have Eovaldi, the better pitcher. The Rangers are batting better. Their bullpen's been playing better, and they're managed better. Give me the Rangers. It's a VIP play for me, and it's probably going to be a multiple unit play for me. JD, I just said a lot. What are your thoughts on everything I just said?
Yeah, as far as the managing goes, as far as the numbers and being completely by the numbers, I understand it, but I think not just in baseball. I mean, this goes for every sport, but specifically in baseball, because that's what I grew up and I played the most. I feel like there's a lot of feel that goes into that. And
exactly what I was saying.
And I think just like when you're capping the sport, like me, managing is the same way. Where the numbers, yes, I'm a huge numbers guy, but there's those little things that you see or you can find out, and I think you have to blend them. And I think that's the best way to manage. That's the best way to cap sports. I think, I know that some people do not think that way, but actually that's how I do things. And I just think that's the best way. So
someone just DM me and said, "Shut the fuck up, you idiot! You have no idea what you're talking about. Stop talking about the Yankees." That's why I'm laughing there. You know what? You must be right. At the beginning of the year, I thought this team was going to be fucking good. So clearly I know absolutely fucking nothing about this Yankees team. Thanks for the reminder. All right, JD. Anything else on this game? Because I really don't want to talk anymore on this game. We have a lot of other beautiful games to go over today. And Footy is going to be very excited because one of our viewer game requests today, we have multiple people requesting Giants and Pirates. So for once, we will be talking about your terrible Pittsburgh Pirates Footy. JD, we have one more pre-scheduled game we're going to be going into. You ready to dive into that before we do some viewer games?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. A team I love talking about. I feel better already, JD. The Toronto Blue Jays are coming in, taking on the Colorado Rockies. And, man, every time I see the Rockies record, I do giggle a little bit to myself. The Blue Jays are coming in 66-48. First place in the AL East. They've been fantastic in the second half of the season. On the other side, the Colorado Rockies. They have been a disaster since the first game of the season. They're 30 wins and 82 losses. They're 16-40 at home. And they really have been struggling as of late as well. Pitching for your Toronto Blue Jays tonight is Jose Berrios. Berries is 7-4 in the year with a 3.84 ERA and a 1.26 whip. On the other side, Anthony Molina, a guy we have not seen a lot of and probably for good reason. In 8 innings, Mr. Molina has a 7.25 ERA, a 1.5 whip. He's allowed 13 hits and 3 homers in only 8 innings of work. JD, you know I don't play the -1.5 often. You know that's not something I look at. But if you want to laugh, this game is a -2.5 at -110. That is the odds on this one. JD, any ways you could find out playing this game? And also, shout out our guy, Joe. We miss you, Joe. Good to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well, brother.
Yeah, I put this game on there because I thought it was interesting because, normally a big favorite like this, we normally don't really talk about these like games because it's usually, a very one-sided game. But tonight here, I'm not sure that it's going to be that one-sided.
Really?
Really. As far as Molina goes, I don't think he's going to go long at all. I thought that Kyle Freeland was actually going to be starting. So, what's up?
I just looked at the team total.
Oh. So I'm thinking that Molina's probably only going to go for 1 or either 2. And then Freeland's going to come in, unless Freeland just got completely scratched. I do need to look that up a little bit more.
Let me just search Kyle Freeland, see if we can get a little information on that.
But on the other side here for the Blue Jays, you have Jose Berrios going, and everybody knows that even though he's not that bad, I still like to try to find spots to fade him.
Freeland is pitching Wednesday, by the way. He's been bumped to Wednesday.
So this is a bullpen game.
Yep, 100%.
That
changes it for. I know for a fact that changes everything for you, doesn't it? It does. I know you, brother. First of all, let me also tell you, what do you think the team total is for the Blue Jays in this game?
Blue Jays, 6.5 juiced or either 7.5 at plus money.
7.5 juiced.
7.5 juiced.
Yeah.
Okay.
They need to win, but they need to score more than a touchdown tonight to cover that team total.
Well,
and before anybody asks, do not fucking take a team total of 7.5 in baseball. I don't care if it's the New York Yankees versus the Junior Savannah Bananas. I don't care. Or against my high school team. Don't take that for anybody.
Well, as far as my play that I've already I've already given out to clients, play I'm giving out on the show, no, that just makes me like that more. I am on the over here. The over 11.5 runs. I'm sure that is going to be moving up. But as far as actually Jose Berrios goes, he has been in the league for a long time. I'm not sure exactly how long.
I have a weird comparison I just thought of that I've never thought of before. But you know who he reminds me of? Like career-wise, and people are probably going to think I'm an idiot. It's like a Marcus Stroman. Doesn't he feel like a Marcus Stroman? Like,
I can kind of see that.
Like he had high expectations going into his career. People thought he was really good the first couple of years, and he's not a guy. He's not a guy. And I kind of feel the same way with Stroman.
But he's been, I really don't know how long he's been in the league. What, 7-8 years? I mean, I like really don't know. But I would assume he's been in the league for at least that long. But guess what? He has never pitched at Coors Field. This will be his first time there. I don't like guys when they're making their first start here.
You don't like guys, huh? Good. Very good, Jay.
And but he's a guy that I think can get hit. And guess what? This Rockies team, they actually may not be actually winning, but they are scoring runs. And that's why Dante here. I actually don't mind the Rockies team.
4.5.
Yeah, don't mind that. But I would rather. What is the total? Is it still 11.5 or is it?
I think it's bumped up to 12. Let me double check. 12 flat, juiced on the under. -106 on the over, -114 on the under.
I would still excuse me, I would still bet that.
Sorry, I
Um,
had to put in the screen. I'm sorry.
um, but instead of any of the team totals here, I think I would just rather take the full game total and just have both of the offenses here. Because I really do think that both teams can score runs here. Um,
Blue Jays scored 15 yesterday. You gonna bet on them to do it again? It's
That's
very
why
hard after you have a
I was about to
massive
say.
day to do it again.
that's why it's not a huge play for me for this. This was at the 11.5 number. I actually bet
That's the number,
11.
Dante. Yes.
I actually bet 11.5 at minus 114. So I put this was a 2.5 unit play there. So I don't mind a 12 if you can get that at less than standard juice. If you can get that at like minus 105 or like better, then actually like I would do a 2 unit play there. But yeah, I feel like and I feel like it's going to keep getting bet up because both of these teams are trending to the over. That is another thing that I hadn't brought up yet. As far as the Rockies, they're actually 8-2 to the over their last 10, and then the Blue Jays are 7-2-1. So I mean both teams are trending over. Basically everything here to me points to the over.
I would agree with you, but that's what scares me about it. This one's going to be a stay-off game for me and JD. I was so freaking annoyed yesterday. I was debating all day. Do I make the Yankees my free play or the Blue Jays minus 1.5? Well, the Yankees lost in extra innings. Blue Jays won by 72 runs, 15-1. You guys know my philosophy, though. I don't usually like to back minus 1.5s, but there are occasional spots that I like to target. Last night was one in that Blue Jays game, and they proved right there by winning by literally 2 touchdowns. It does scare me backing their offense to do that back-to-back games, though. That is why I am laying off this spot, because I know they're in Coors Field. I know they're able to put up a big total of runs, but still, for me, it makes me a little hesitant. If there was anything I were to take on this game, it would be the over. I agree with you, JD. It's just I'm just a little hesitant with it, with how they performed yesterday. I do want to touch on Dante's comment, 4.5 and G's. That's how I feel. I think it's a little bit too high for this Rockies team, especially with their bats being dead yesterday. I know I'm kind of contradicting myself by saying the Blue Jays bats were great yesterday, so they'll probably be bad today, and then saying the Rockies bats did nothing yesterday. Maybe they'll be better today, but the Rockies don't have the same offensive firepower that the Blue Jays do. They're also going up against better pitching than what the Blue Jays are going up against as well.
Let me pull it up here. Before that game, they've been scoring runs, man. Let me pull it back up here. Yeah, before that game, they scored 5, 8, and 17. So I mean, like they've been putting up some like runs.
They did, but they were also going up against the Pittsburgh Footies that have no pitchers. They have nobody left. They traded away Bednar. That was insane. They were up 9-0 in that game. I don't know if we've been live since that game. I can't remember with how my week has been, but the way that game concluded was absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. I'm still not a believer in the Rockies bats. I agree. They've been doing a little bit better. You're absolutely right, but yesterday, I think, was a dose of reality against a good team, and it's a little different going up against the Blue Jays compared to going up against the Pirates, mentally at least. That's how I feel about it. So, for me, no play, but I do have a strong lean on the over. If I were to take anything, I definitely would take the over, JD. Ready to keep it rolling? We have some viewer games. Anyone else have any games? Put them in the chat. We're here to go over any games you guys want. We have at least one. We have more. I'm scrolling up. I know we got the Pirates, Giants. Looks like that's the only one. So, drop in some comments, guys. J-Bo asked for Yankees Rangers, but we already did that game, so we'll move on to the fighting Pittsburgh Pirates, who are hosting the San Francisco Giants. Pitching for the Giants today is Logan Webb, and God, seeing his record is a disaster. Logan Webb is 9-8 on the year, guys, with a 3.3 ERA. They have given him negative run support. He has a 3.3 ERA and yet a 3.31 ERA, and yet again a 9-8 record, really bad. Pitching for the Pittsburgh Pirates is Mike Burrows. Burrows is 1-3 with a 3.88 ERA. JD, is this a game you're targeting? And if so, what spots do you like?
You know, it wasn't. I actually had not looked into this game one single bit until right now.
I wonder why.
But I noticed that by the numbers, the model actually has the Pirates favored here. And they are not the favorite. So I'm looking into this a little deeper right this second.
Do you think it's a Logan Webb effect? Dante, we could definitely cover the Mets and Guardians game next. Footy is saying Burrows has 3 earned runs total.
I was just about to say, I think it's a Burrows thing is actually what it looks like, because Burrows has actually been pitching extremely well. And then the Giants have just honestly not been playing well. I don't know what they are their last 10.
JD, I have to tell you the last 5 for Burrows. It's a disgrace. Footy, how are you a Pirates fan? I don't understand. So here's a little an interesting one, JD. Who do you think Burrows last faced? What team did he play in his last start? I'm only going to ask you that if it's going to be one thing here. So I'm kind of giving you a layup. Yes, it is the Giants. They just saw each other here, where he went 6 innings, only gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run, and had 1 walk and 7 Ks. They won that game 2-1 in extra innings. However, the previous 4 starts before that, they lost 1-0 in 11 innings. They lost 10-4. They lost 12-4 and 1-0. So I know Burrows has done a good job, but this Pirates team hasn't helped him at all. So, I mean, it's a difficult spot because the Pirates have been playing well. The Giants are, which, by the way, are we allowed to celebrate this yet, JD? Because, I mean, that's still a little early. A couple guys came on the show very early in the year and said the Giants were not going to be a competitive team this year. So I'm not going to victory lap yet, but I think you guys know who I'm talking about. This one's interesting. Do you have an official play you would go with in this one?
I mean, it's Pirates through their pass. I mean, looking at it now, I mean, the Giants are 2-8. Their actual last 10. They're just not playing good ball. If you look at the Pirates, yes, they blew that crazy lead. I mean, no, they're not my favorite team to back. It's always a crazy ride. But I mean, they're 7-3 actually. They're like last 10. They've been winning games. What's the price right now? Let me pull it up here.
For what? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can get the Pirates at, I see at FanDuel, you can actually get an actual plus 118.
That's new for me. That's a new one.
That's definitely a new
I don't know if I'm going to use that one, but
I don't think I'm going to say that. Yeah, this is Pirates or Pass, man. Actually, I'm going to dig into this one a little bit more after the show because as far as model number here, man, like I have the Pirates like as a favorite. Like they're not just like a minus 112 favorite. Like I have them as the favorite here.
Mm-hmm.
And actually like the minus 128 range. So yeah, this is one I'm actually going to look into more.
I don't blame you. So I'm probably going to be on the Pirates. I have to dig a little bit more into this one as well, but there's no way you can bet the Giants right now, guys. They traded away their bullpen. They traded away their big name arms. They traded away Mike Yastrzemski. They traded away a lot of key pieces for them. Not only were they key pieces, they were key veteran leaders of that team, locker room guys that have been there for a while, who have been there through the ups and downs. So I'm going to be honest with you. The Giants are a fade team for me right now. But at the same time, the Pirates are not a bet-on team. Let's be honest here. The Pirates are never a bet-on team. I'm sorry, Footy, but they're just not. So it's a little difficult getting the courage to fade Logan Webb with a guy like Burrows on the bump, but the Pirates are home. You can get them at a plus 120, and I do think that is the right play here. Our resident Pittsburgh Pirates expert, Footy Chancellor, saying Pirates on the first 5. So let's pull up the odds we have on there because I don't mind that either. But at the same time, the Giants just sold off half their bullpen as well. Camilo Duvall's gone too. So, I mean, it's tough because the Giants could blow the game late as well. We've seen their bullpen absolutely implode over the last couple of days as well. So let's see if we could see the first 5. First 5 money line, you can get the Pirates. Wow. Plus 120. Exact same odds you can get the full game.
Then, yeah, I would go with first 5 because if that's the same as the full game odd, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I agree. But that's exactly what it is. I have it right here for the money line. You want to see the run line? Ooh, you could take the Pirates' first 5 run line into minus 125. Plus 0.5, so they can tie in.
See, here's the thing with teams like this, with the Pirates, that can kind of show you a ton of different things. I don't like to lay juice. So this
Where's
is
Joe?
One,
shout out our guy Joe.
So this is one where it would only be the money line plays. I'm not gonna. I understand getting the extra half a run. Like I understand all that, but I would rather push if that makes any sense. Like,
I understand that completely.
I just don't want to lay that juice here.
So what I'm here, there's Joe. There he is. Lay off the juice is his at on X. Make sure you guys follow Joe. He's fantastic. J-Bo, I guess we're not good enough for you. Me and JD will just go fuck ourselves. No problem there. No, we're excited for football too. We're just teasing. All right, JD. We have another game request from Dante. Dante, we got you, brother. Let's dive right in. Pitching for the Cleveland Guardians is Logan Allen. Logan Allen is 7-9 on the year with a 4.06 ERA and a 1.36 whip. Pitching for the Mets is a guy who I don't understand how he is still a starting pitcher for the New York Mets. Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes has a good record. He's 9-6. His ERA is fine. It's a 3.45. But then you take a little deep air into his numbers. Last start, he couldn't get out of the fourth inning. Start before that, barely got out of the fifth. Start before that, barely got out of the fifth. Start before that, barely got out of the fifth. He cannot give them length. And his arm is getting tired. This is a guy who's been a closer. This is a guy who's been a bullpen guy for the last 10 years. Now he's converted to a starter. And we've seen historically, when guys who are converted from a reliever back to a starter, towards the end of the year, it gets a little difficult because they have not pitched this many innings in a single season. JD, does that scare you by taking anything on the Mets in this game? Because Clay Holmes has not done a good job in his most recent starts, and the Mets are a big favorite here. What do you like in this one?
I mean, I think everybody knows if you've been watching the show that I am not a Clay Holmes guy. He is somebody that I am looking to fade. But you got Logan Allen on the other side, and he's not necessarily a
He sucks too. He's
not necessarily a bet on guy either. You know what? No, the Mets, I don't really understand how this team is playing right now. I don't understand how they are kind of playing as poorly as they are.
Oh, you don't understand it? They're from fucking New York. Look at the other one too.
They're just one of those teams that should be better, and they're just not. So I think this is a game that I'm not going to play. But it would have to be the Guardians or either pass here. Like at this price.
I don't know about that. It could be a parlay piece. I mean, my guy Joe is in here. Parlay piece on the money line. I don't mind that, but I do have to, one thing that made me laugh, JD. I do have to throw this out there. It has absolutely nothing to do with this game. But when you take a look at the injury report for the Guardians, they have Emmanuel Clase listed on the injury report with a estimated return date of March 1st of next year. That made me laugh. The Yankees released JT Brubaker. Thank God, he was dog shit. Aaron Judge is back officially.
But yeah, this is a game that I'm just not going to touch. I just don't want anything to do with this game whatsoever.
I don't mind the Mets on the money line. Like I said, I do think they get it done, but I've been burned by Clay Holmes starts even on the money line recently, and it's just difficult to back him when, the Mets have a real issue. Let's take a step back from just talking about this game, and let's just talk about the Mets for a second, JD.
Okay.
Frankie Montas and Clay Holmes are two scheduled playoff starters for this team. They're in trouble. They do not have the starting pitching to make a run in the postseason. I'm sorry. I know they have a fantastic bullpen. They don't have the starting pitching, in my opinion. What do you think about that? Because I said it all offseason. As a Yankee fan, when they got Juan Soto, I said the only way you could do that is if you shore up the starting pitching. And then they signed guys like Clay Holmes. Then they signed guys like Frankie Montas. Guys that they're seeing what they are. They're not good starters. So, I mean, what do you think this Mets team has to do? Because I'm going to pull up their official starters right now, and let's see if we can find 4 starters for this team for the postseason. Give me 1 second here. Yes, here we go.
Yeah, but just going in, like right before you say all these, that's what we talked about at the beginning of the year was we didn't like their pitching, but then we were like, how are these guys doing this?
Yes.
Like, they are winning, but how are all these guys pitching so well, and now they're coming back to, like, what we thought it was going to, like, be.
Yeah. I mean, JD, let's take a look here. Sean Manaea and Kodai Senga are probably their 2 best pitchers, and then David Peterson's the 3rd. Kodai Senga can't get out of the 4th or 5th inning. Has not been able to give them any length.
He has been a fade.
He's been a fade. Let's go through the rest of them. David Peterson has gotten progressively worse as the season has gone on, and he's a guy that we've talked about on the show that has been outperforming his talent all year long. Can you rely on David Peterson in a playoff game? Can he be one of your top 3? No. And then we go to Sean Manaea, coming off a major injury. He has lost 4 of the 5 games he's been starting. So, I mean, the team has lost 4 of those 5 games. He's 33 years old. He has not exactly been a great pitcher his whole career. He was very good last year, and I thought it would work out for them, but the injury has seemed to just not let him get back to his form he was in last year. So they really have what? 2 playoff pitchers? Realistically, 2 starters that you can maybe rely on? And then after that, who are you going to go to? Let's pull up the other names they have as starting pitchers on the roster. Frankie Montas. If you put him in a playoff game, you're going to lose by 90. Clay Holmes, if you put him in a playoff game as a starter, you're going to lose by 90. And then the other guy on the roster they have is named Dominic Hamill. Dominic Hamill. Who the fuck are you? So they don't have a postseason starting pitching roster for me. So that's my thought on this. JD, what are your thoughts? I don't think they have any chance to make a deep run. I'm sorry, Mets fans. I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, that's what I've thought the whole.
Oh, JD, we got our first bot post on the show. I think at least. Let's go. We're really doing something. And Footy, I moved. You know this. Shut up.
Isn't that like a soccer like logo?
Yeah. No, I'm trying to pull it up here. I'm trying to find where he actually put it.
Footy, you should be proud that I knew that was a soccer thing.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, man, no, the Mets, they're just a team that I haven't believed in the entire year. They were making me look pretty stupid for actually quite a while. But like I said, now I think they're playing like we thought they were. No, I just don't think that they can make a run. As far as their bullpen, they were having major struggles there. They actually did add some special pieces there.
They got a couple good pieces. They really did. I really like Ryan Helsley. I think he's fantastic. He was the big piece they got. I really also like Tyler Rogers as well. Another good arm they got for the bullpen, but can't go 7 innings with the bullpen in the postseason.
But with the starters, no, I just don't think that they can do it.
What's up, Thomas? Let's pull it up here. We could do one more. Is Hefe in the closet behind you? Footy, no, I live here. You asked where the TV is. You could see one over my head. I got a little bit bigger of a place now, so got a little more room to work with. Don't have to be directly up on my television set. Erica Taylor, pump me up, because that's Brucey on another account. Brucey, what's up, brother? Drop it in his lock of the day. Bruce, you get me fired up when you drop in here and drop lock. So let's see you cash that Dodgers team total over 3.5. Back to Thomas's question. Detroit today. Let's pull up that game quickly, JD. That's a 6:40 Eastern time first pitch. Pitching for the Twins is Zebby Matthews. Zebby is 2-3 on the year with a 5.67 ERA. On the other side is Chris Paddock, who I've told you guys a million times. I'm pretty sure he was born as Chad Paddock and they changed his name, but I digress. Chris Paddock is 4-9 on the year with a 4.7 ERA. Tigers are coming in at a minus 150, roughly. That's what they kind of opened at. It's down to a minus 138. Something stinks about that game, JD. Something stinks. Something stinks. Something doesn't make sense. Tigers should be a much bigger favorite at home. I know they've struggled, but the Minnesota Twins have a junior high school roster right now. They literally traded everyone not named Byron Buxton. So the line doesn't make sense for me. I'm not going to touch it. What do you think?
The Twins, just like you said, man, the Twins, the way they sold off everybody, I mean, they're just a fade team. But just like J-Bo said there, you got my guy, Chris Paddock on the other side. And
Chad Paddock,
yeah.
Thank you.
It's just so hard for me to back him. So price does seem a little weird, yeah, but do I kind of understand it at the same time?
Yeah.
But no, the Twins to me are no. I am not gonna. I doubt I bet on the Twins the rest of the season.
Also, same. Also, I have left the Blue Jays game on for the last 3 games, so I apologize, everybody. We have not been talking about the Blue Jays in quite some time.
But yeah, there are a few teams that I'm just literally not going to touch the rest of the year. And the Twins are one of those teams.
Before we get into best bets, who are those teams? I have a couple as well. I'll add one more to that list. I'll add one from me. We don't have to add any more if we don't want to, but the Baltimore Orioles are on the don't fly zone.
That is one of my they're right there. They are close. But
they just don't have any pitching. Like, it's not just that they don't have any offense. Like, they have some offense. Their pitching is so bad.
Yeah, they definitely lost a lot of their offense too, though.
Every day. I do this every day, Footy. If you would like to message Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin'. I'll tell you that.
We definitely need some type of drinks sponsor for the show.
We've been talking about it. If anyone knows any connected drink sponsors, that would be cool. We're trying to get that done.
We will drink about anything on the show. So
I'll drink whatever the fuck you want me to drink.
Right. But no, who we got? Twins, Orioles.
Those are my big 2, to be completely honest with you. Those are the 2 for me. And then, of course, the Arizona Diamondbacks. I mean, they've been playing decently, but I think if you give it another week, they're going to start going straight down the shitter.
That's exactly who I was about to say next, but not on the same level as those other 2.
I agree.
like as far as the Twins, I am going to literally try to fade them as much as I can.
So I've been taking some unders in their games, JD, and some have played out
sense.
beautifully and some have played out awfully because they had that series against the Gardos that they just finished up with a couple days ago or yesterday, whenever it was. Those are two teams that sold. Guardians were also, I mean, not only just sellers, they just lost half their team to gambling things as well. They lost their elite closer. They lost one of their better starters in Ortiz. So, I mean, they were hit from every direction as well, but sometimes these guys can hit. So I rather fade teams and play the under, I've learned over the last week, JD, for these types of teams.
Yep. Totally agree.
All right. We've been on for about 51 minutes. It's been great to get back on and chop it up. I've had a great time. Thank you guys for helping me get back to some reality. Serious post, though. A lot of you guys know I started the show with it. I had a very close family member pass away last week. That's why we have taken a little bit of time off. But it's good to be back on. I'm excited to be back. You guys have made this so easy for me. It's always tough. So I appreciate every single one of you. J-Day, we still have best bets we got to dive into. You ready to dive into today's best bets?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, my brother. If I could find the thing. I told you, but I got to get back into form too, guys, so bear with me. But we're going into best bets for today, Tuesday, August 5th. JD, how many you got for the people? And shout out our guy, Jared, who came in here. He said he was going to track us and do all that. He wanted to know what we're doing. Jared is an absolute dog. He's been DMing me quite frequently throughout games, talking about some of our bets. Jared, we appreciate you, brother. We always are happy when you are here conversing with us and chopping it up. JD, what do you got?
For sure. Man,
oh, wait, Gerald. I'm so sorry. It was Gerald.
I was about to say,
Gerald.
I thought it was Gerald, but I was
sorry, Gerald.
Man, we've been gone for a few days now, so I feel like I just need to give out all of my baseball plays
for free. The whole thing,
the whole entire thing.
Do you want me to just hold on? I could do one of these. Watch this. The floor is yours.
Okay, let's start off with the top of the card. We're going to go with the A's. A's on the money line at plus 116. That is a 2.5 unit play for me. Then we're going to go same game. We're going to go with the A's team total over 3.5 runs. Got that at minus 135. That is a 3 unit play for me. Then we got the Brewers, and going to give this out here. That is my 5 unit max play. I'm on a 13-3 max play run. So trying to keep that going tonight with the Brewers. I think that line is just severely off. Then we got those Texas Rangers taking on the Yankees. And I think that they have the edge there in a lot of ways. So definitely like them. That is a 3 unit play. Then to round out the card, I know you can't get this number, but it is what I bet. That is the Blue Jays and Rockies over 11.5 at minus 114. That was a 2.5 unit play for me.
You really put me in a fucking blender, dude. Because I wasn't expecting to have to drop as many plays as you. So let me go through here. I got to do at least a couple for the people. One game we did not talk about, Philadelphia Phillies hosting the Baltimore Orioles. I'm on the Phillies, one of my favorite plays today, minus 135. Second play I'm going to be giving out today. It's going to be the Texas Rangers, minus 125 on the money line. Uvalde on the bump. They should have a big performance. I see them absolutely blanking the Aaron Judge return on the Yankees tonight. So give me the Rangers. The Yankees are an absolute fade until we can see them playing any better. JD, I need one more to give out for the people because you gave out 72. I need at least 73. I'm going through here to see which is my favorite of all the ones we gave out. And you know what, JD? I think I'm going to take a little risk. A game that we talked about. And that's going to be the Pittsburgh Pirates on the money line at plus 120. I love what they're doing. I love Burrows on the bump tonight. And I love that the Giants are also a fade team. That's one team we didn't talk about in teams that we like to fade. The Giants are a team I like to selectively fade. When they're a decent favorite, that is when I like to fade them and get plus money on the other side. So give me the Pirates. Big performance from them coming. Also, Dante, thank you very much, brother. I see your comment. Thank you very much. JD, our first show back. Footy getting us a new Dunkin' sponsorship, apparently.
You know, for being how long the show was today, it went by extremely fast.
Really fast. It's great to. I really needed this, guys. I really needed to come on here, and I really enjoy getting to do this and chop it up. So thank you to the comments. You guys make this show as great as it is. Every single one of you in there who's giving us games to talk about, topics to talk about. You guys are what makes this show. So we appreciate every single one of you. And JD, I appreciate you too, brother.
Appreciate you.
You got to do what you do, bro.
Yeah, man. I feel like there's a lot going on. Far as the whole team currently, the NBM team, I feel like everybody is like running hot currently. It's a great time to join up. We have football plays. They are already rolling. As far as preseason this week, I have actually already sent out 2 plays. We are locked in. And then as far as tennis, of course, I do have tennis every single day. So yeah, there's a lot going on, a lot of good things. I'm going to give a special 1-year deal, a deeply discounted 1-year deal to the first 2 people that DM me right after this show.
Oh, shit.
So if you would like to take advantage of that, and like I said, that is not just actually that's not just my plays, that is the whole entire team's plays. So yeah, there was a lot to say. I am on vacation basically as soon as this show is actually over. I will be on the show some days still. And when I'm not, I believe that Hefe is going to be filling in. But you will see me. I'm going to be in the I'm going to be at the beach for the first part of the trip, and then headed to the mountains. So we're going to get a little bit of both worlds there. But,
JD, let me tell you something. The people have already messaged me. They said Speedo episode on the beach. I told them we're going to make it happen. JD and the signature Moneyball Metric Speedo will be on the beach giving out the locks.
Right.
And maybe he'll have a Dunkin' cup of coffee with him as well.
Maybe so.
Absolutely.
But yeah, guys, let's just keep it going. Like I said, things have been going well. Let's just keep it going. Hope everybody joins us. And yeah, we will see y'all back here tomorrow. Hope everybody has a great day, and let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Appreciate every single one of you from the bottom of my heart. We'll see you soon.